Enter the chat room. I'm your host, Jada Black. This was actually a stream that I was going to do yesterday afternoon, but as things came up and I wasn't able to do it. So now I'm able to do it and I can talk about all these different topics at once. Now I have a video that I'm actually going to be posting tomorrow about Ciara. So I won't really say much about her because I've already recorded and put together a video about her and Russell Wilson and how I feel like Russell Wilson. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't think things are going to be as smooth as they should be in that particular situation. All right. But we are going to talk about the Brat. We're going to talk about Rihanna. All right. Shout out to everybody that's here, the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons, the people that support me when you don't have to, but you believe in my message. And I do have a message, whether y'all want to believe it or not. And I tell y'all what my message is every video. I want to red pill the world. And I'm going to use every example to that I have at my disposal. Whether some of y'all want to see that or not. Because I know there's a lot of you that hate when I hold people accountable, whether it be male or female. We're going to get into it. But first, I have to do something. I want to make Liana a moderator of the channel. Shout out to her. She's been showing me a lot of support. So I want to reward her with a wrench. I appreciate, the support that she's shown. So I want to reward that. As I told y'all, I watch the people that support and don't. I've seen people come and go. I've seen fakery. I've seen fuckery. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, people don't think that you're watching, but you're always watching. I'm always watching. Always. That's my nature, is to be observant. I'm observant of everything and everyone at all times. That's just me. And I'm always going to reward my supporters. Now, if I feel like you're full of shit, you're not getting nothing from me. That's why people come and go, and I reward people that support. And when you're out here giving badges to multiple people, that's a level of consistency that I reward around here. I'm very patient. I take my time. I take months, sometimes even years. That's just me. That's just me. That's just who I am. People may not like it. People may think that I am abrasive, but I have to be, because a lot of you people are crazy and weird. And a lot of you are fake, fraudulent, you're weird, and you don't deserve anything from me. But I will, really show support to the people that support me. It's just how I am. Let's see who's here. Champ, Zentura, Cameron, TW, Rob, Jack Daniels, Josh, Liana, Sydney, Josh Goins, what's up? Trina, Brian, say that already. Eric, Smizzy, Matthew, Treyway, Troy, Ben Smith, Divine, Trill, Kaylee. I mean, that's how it is, man. YouTube hates sending out notifications. They just do. They really do. They hate sending out notifications. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. Devon. That's how it's been, like, with a lot of my channels. Like, they don't send out notifications. That's why I tell y'all, I put most of the links and stuff on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. Because I don't rely on YouTube to get y'all notified. Because I already know it's going to be some BS. But that's just what you have to deal with here on YouTube. You know? But yeah, man. Hey, but make sure that y'all go and check out if you're over at TikTok, go and check out those TikTok videos I put up. I got a guy that's doing some editing for me as far as the TikToks, and I want y'all to tell me how you'll like that editing. You know, I might expand it even more to videos. So, you know, I mean, he's done great work, and I want y'all to check it out. You know, I do have a Rumble. I have a Rumble. Hold on, let me see. I'm looking. It should be in the description box. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. The Rumble is in the description box. Make sure y'all go over there. I'll put it in the chat room as well. And y'all go over there and subscribe. I got a couple Rumble channels. I got my base social pod, all those channels over there. You need alternatives. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Susan Wojcicki, what's name is Wojcicki, stepped down, because she know what was coming. They was about to call her ass in front of Congress and whomever. They was about to figure out what's going on with all this censorship. Y'all censoring way more than anybody at an alarming rate. You know? And that's why people are leaving and going to Rumble. Rumble's made a lot of changes that are making the platform way more attractive now, because you don't have to deal with the BS. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, they even have a system where you can join like a locals, like all, you know, like it's becoming more and more of an attractive option for people who speak their mind, you know? It's good, Sonny. And the thing is about me, and I want y'all to understand something. Back in 2017, we all had to make a choice. With the adpocalypse, we continued down the path that we were going, or we had to make subtle changes. I made those changes a year earlier. I made those changes in 2016. So I was already preparing myself for something that I didn't know would happen, but did happen. And I want y'all to understand something about me. I'm always gonna tell y'all the truth no matter what I speak about. I don't have a script. I speak honestly about everything. I'm not here pushing a narrative or an agenda. Well, if there's any narrative, it's about how the red pill saves. I mean, it's a lot of you males that are ruining your life because you have no direction, right? The failure of Gen Xers, boomers as well. I feel like we are directionless as people, and we worship celebrities. People ask me, why do I talk about celebrities? Because y'all worship the ground they walk on. So why not talk about celebrities? Why not talk about them when I already know that you have an affinity for them? You have an affinity for them. So I'm going to keep speaking about them because y'all worship them. Look at all the people defending Rihanna. Look at all the people defending Ciara. And how did the Brat get pregnant? How did the Brat get pregnant? What's up, Big Boss Calvin? How did the Brat get pregnant? Did she, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into it. But it's interesting how she's carrying. It's funny how you got these lesbians, you know, who are not traditional, right? They hate traditionalism until they want to be traditionalists, you know, get married, have children, but you hate traditionalism, right? You hate it so much that you mirror it. You mirror traditionalism. That's why I tell y'all that these people, they don't hate it. They want to do it their own way. Just like you have people that try to misinterpret the Bible. Shout out to Sonny. Jay, you got to do a segment on FBG Duck Mother making $35K OnlyFans the first week. The first week? Man, who's going to her OnlyFans? Y'all dudes is crazy, man. I may have to, man. Maybe on the next one. Maybe on the next one, multi topic stream, I may add that in there because I got a bunch of topics, man, that I've been been going through, and that's what I use my basic social politics channel for to go through different topics that have been sent to me. I still got a lot more that I need to get through, but it's amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing. Again, make sure y'all like the stream as y'all come into the chat room. Now, to talk about first the Brat, right? Here you got the Brat. Now, the Brat has dated men and women. Now, she's dated men and women. And the funny thing is that when she started dating the woman that she's with now, she made it seem like she was coming out and that she was, you know what I'm saying, revealing that she likes women. Like the Brat, we always known that you've liked women. We've always known that you like women. I mean, it wasn't difficult to see that, you know, you like women. I don't think that it was a situation where we said to ourselves, do you think the Brat likes women? I think that's something we've always known, right? But people, you know, they love to make big deals out of nothing, right? Now you got the Brat now I'm not gonna lie, the Brat, I've always found the Brat to be a cute girl over the years. Right? I'm just being real with you. And I see why Allen Iverson was dating her. You know what I'm saying? I see why Allen Iverson dated her. Right? So she's always been dating dudes. To me, I think that the Brat is just a tomboy. Because when you look at her and she talks and all that, she doesn't come off as just this butch lesbian. She doesn't come off as that. What's up, Charm? Shout out to everybody that's here. She doesn't come off as one of these butch lesbians that think that they men. Right? She's never come across that way to me. That's why when she started dating this girl, Judy, it was like all of a sudden she's telling the world that she's coming out as a alphabet community representative. But yeah, I'm telling you, yes, the Brat does. The Brat is very underrated. You know, you take off all those baggy clothes, man. I'll tell you, man, like a different woman. I'm a different woman. But again, like when I've seen the Brat, she just doesn't come off as some, but she just always been a tomboy. So if we were to look at this in a couple different ways about her getting pregnant, she could have gotten pregnant the natural way. I mean, she's had relations with men plenty of times. So I mean, that could have happened that way. Or she could have been artificially inseminated. Who knows? But now she's pregnant and she's going to be someone's mother. That's going to be uncharted territory for her because her woman, Judy, has children. Yeah, Marcus, I remember that. So she's carrying the baby. She's going to be a mother, right? I wonder how it's going to go. Like if her and Judy breaks up, who going to have to pay child support? Is Judy going to have to pay her child support? Or are they going to have a custody battle? Like that's uncharted waters. And the thing is that relationships can be good until a baby is brought into the picture. And I've seen a lot of relationships fall apart. Now they've seemed like they've been solid, but now she's going to be giving birth to a baby. She's going to be somebody that might make her more feminine. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing out of this is that the Brat might become more feminine after she has that baby. You know, it reminds me of this YouTube couple. Y'all remember that YouTube couple that lesbian YouTube couple years ago? They were together, and didn't they have a baby to get a baby together? And then that relationship fell apart right afterwards. And then the butch lesbian chick started dressing more and more feminine. She started dressing more feminine. All of a sudden, she's dating guys, I think, you know. I'm telling you that listen, the Brat could become a whole new woman after this. She was supposed to be the masculine one in the relationship, but she's the one who's carrying the baby. Right? And again, when you look at these lesbian couples or these gay couples, these people who want to have children, they want to get married, they want to have this traditional life, but they hate traditionalism. They hate and the thing is, traditional relationships, which is what the Brat wants. And again, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I'm not going to let y'all ignore this. I'm not going to let y'all ignore this. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. Get the likes up. I'm speaking truth. I'm not going to let y'all walk past this and ignore this. We got to get to the root of this. We going to get to the root of this. You got these alphabet community representatives, which is what I call them, who are out here looking for a traditional conservative family, because that's what they are. And I bet you they're religious as well. You got these alphabet community representatives who want to get married in a church, right? They want to have children. They want a monogamous relationship or marriage. And I bet you some of them are Christians or claim to be Christians. But they have such disdain towards conservatives who hold those values. But you got conservatives that are against maybe their lifestyle, but then those same people want to mirror the lifestyle of a conservative, which shows you that all that disdain that they have is just envy, is jealousy, because they want that. They want that. Now, the Brat having this baby, to me, is once the baby is born, we're really going to see how strong this relationship is. Because remember, Judy has been with men. She has the children to prove it. So, and the Brat both of them have been with men. This ain't a situation where none of them have dated. Both of them have. I've seen women go back and forth. I remember I saw a woman years ago on Twitter talk about how, she was going to stop dating women because of a recent relationship with a woman, and she was going to go right back to men. Shout out to Ramir.
Further proof the media is down with sisters who don't care if a father is in the house.
Appreciate that. No, they don't. Society wants children to be raised around women because that effeminizes the men. It keeps the men from pursuing greatness, to pursuing building communities. We worry about fashion. We worry about chasing whatever. We focus on the wrong things. We're not motivated. That's what they want. They don't want strong men. They want the men to be raised by women. And y'all see what's going on with these emotional males. These emotional males are rebelling against the same women who raised them. That's what they were rebelling against. But getting back to what I was saying about the Brat, because I don't want y'all to try to like ignore what's going on here. You got two women who've dated men, probably plenty of men, who are trying to make a relationship work with each other. But one is having a baby, and once that baby is born, we're gonna see how strong it really is, because it's gonna bring a lot of insecurities to the forefront. It's going to bring a lot of problems, and we're going to see how strong this is. We really are. I don't think this relationship is that strong. Shout out to Jamie St. Patrick.
Too much makeup. They look like real monsters.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, you know they gotta do that. They gotta overdo it with the makeup and stuff. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. Let me see if I can get this article up here, man. Is this it right here? Yeah, from People Magazine. People Magazine. And again, if y'all want to send me topics, y'all got to send it to the email. The email's in the description box. Or y'all want to put the email in the chat room, moderators, you can. All right? As you can see right there, Brat reveals at 48, I thought it wasn't in the cards for me. You see, the Brat wants this relationship to work. She does. And we're going to see how much Judy wants this relationship to work. The Brat is ready to reveal the bump. The hit funkified rapper and wife Jessica Judy Harris Dupart are expecting a baby, the couple tells People exclusively in this week's issue. It's been quite a journey, says the Brat, who admits that at 48, there's a lot of stuff we learn about women over the age of 40. The couple's road to motherhood started around the time they said I do back in February 2nd of last year. Harris Dupart, 41, is the CEO of Kaleidoscope Hair Products and was in the midst of launching a new line inspired by the Brat and her iconic braids and protective hairstyles. It started as a joke. We were like, we're extending our family, she says, of the tongue-in-cheek marketing tagline for their collaboration. But then we got a huge response. It was like, oh my God, do we want to actually have kids? And if we do, girl, we better hurry up. Harris Dupart is already a mother of 3. Y'all see that? She got 3 kids already from their prior to the relationship. Already got 3 kids. I told y'all these women date women because of bad relationships with men. That's why they went. That's not because they genuinely want to be with women. It's because they have bad relationships. I mean, you got 3 kids from, I'm assuming, other men, not other men. Now, maybe y'all know more than me, but this got to be from other men, not man. But maybe y'all know more than me. For the Brat, kids weren't really a part of the plan. I never thought I was going to have kids, she says. I just thought it wasn't in the cards for me. I've had a great career, a full life. I felt like because I didn't get pregnant early on, then it just wasn't going to happen for me. That is until she met and fell for Harris Dupart. I started looking at life so differently, says the Brat. I was like, I want a little me with you, something special from the both of us that we can share and raise and love unconditionally. Still, she wasn't keen on the idea of carrying a child. I was like, nothing gonna come out of me. Harris Dupart was able to convince her otherwise. We had a little tug of war in the beginning, but I felt like she should have the experience, says her wife. She is so nurturing. Shout out to Victor Creed.
Judy got runaway woman all over her face, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I said, once that baby is born, I want to see how strong this marriage is. The decision for the Brat to carry worked out for the best, given Harris Dupart suffered a major health complication following her egg retrieval procedure. But the rapper faced difficult health issues of her own, including having to undergo surgery to remove fibroids and polyps prior to her embryo transfer procedure. Then came the heartbreaking miscarriage. I had never been so excited about something that I didn't even know I wanted, says the Brat. I fell in love with the idea, and then it was all snatched away from me. You know what's funny? I don't know this of her or not, but there's a lot of women in their community Y'all know the alphabet community because they're alphabet community representatives who support abortion. You got all these people who probably are supporters of the Brat who support abortion, but they're so happy. Now, again, this woman has had a miscarriage, but they're so happy about they're going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. Meanwhile, they're telling other women who are in relationships with men that you should get an abortion. It's funny how, again, you got alphabet communities representatives who want to have children, but they're telling women who are straight that you should go get abortions. Meanwhile, they're out here trying to start families. They're not going to no abortion clinics, but they're telling you as women that you should be getting abortions. But they're not. They're having miscarriages and they're continuing to try to have children no matter the complications. But they're going to tell you that you need to go get the abortions.
This less RL is tricky. They've been with men before.
You appreciate that, Dana, Vixen. Thank you. Yeah, they both have. And I don't think this is going to be the end of it either. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one bad breakup and they're right back up under a man. I did a video about the girl, the lesbian who took the life of her girlfriend. That girl had like 4 kids by different dudes, and 2 of those children were born while she was dating this other woman. Look, she says, we still had quite a few of her eggs left. The couple who chose an anonymous donor described as an eager entrepreneur from their cryo bank is now 18 weeks pregnant, firmly into her second trimester. The Brat says, it's just a blessing. I'm excited. She also is exhausted. I don't have any cravings or nausea. She adds, but I am always sleepy. It's crazy. Well, that's the part of motherhood. Another aspect of pregnancy that's taken the Brat by surprise. Everything makes me cry. If someone wins American Idol, I cry. I'm like, I'm tougher than that. Well, the Brat, like I said, welcome to femininity. There's nothing that's going to make you more feminine than carrying a child. I'll tell you right now, when she starts wearing dresses and all that, you know what I'm saying? Reflecting her tough persona and hip hop coupled with her happy news and bump reveal, I think people are going to be shocked, she says with a laugh. That said, she chose to embrace the dichotomy with a gangster-inspired pregnancy photo shoot. I love it, she says. Well, yeah, this is their Western society telling straight women you need to get abortions, you need to be single and not be with men, and but if you date women, then you should have children and have a family, and that's the confusion they want in our society. And anybody that speaks on that, they try to shame them. I don't know where this is gonna go. I really don't. You know what's crazy? Because the Brat has been screwing men for years, I would have thought she would have been pregnant by now. But I guess she wanted to wait, What's up, Raina Woman? Make sure y'all like the stream again. Listen, I have nothing against people wanting to, I guess, be happy in their situations. But I just think that it's funny how the things have shaped the way they are. You got people that support abortion and they tell women, especially heterosexual women, that, you should get abortions, you should leave men, you should be single and independent. Meanwhile, you got these alphabet community representatives who are out here trying to get married and have babies. Meanwhile, they're telling you that you need to abort yours. This is what they want, people. They want you as straight people to be mixed up, confused, angry, and bitter while they go out here and build lives that they tell you that you shouldn't build because you're better than that. They want to push more confusion. That's what they want to do. And I'm here to tell you that we need to push back against this nonsense. Again, I have nothing against the Brat. The Brat has always seemed like a cool person to me. So I don't have anything bad to say about her. I'm not going to sit here and trash this woman. I mean, she found somebody that she's in love with. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, good for her. I hope it works out for her once she has that baby. I think that baby is going to change things. It's going to, the same problems you see in male and female relationships or marriages, you're going to see the same thing there once that baby is born. You're not going to be immune from it. The Brat is already talking about how she cries at every little thing that she sees on television. It's like once that baby is born, it's going to be magnified. You're going to have to deal with postpartum depression. That's something that you're going to have to deal with. So I just think that we're going to see where that situation is. I just don't think that it's going to be such a smooth situation as she may want. The Brat doing this lets me know that she really wants this relationship to work, but you're with a woman that has 3 children from prior relationships. So how well is it going to work? Let's talk about Ciara. I want to talk about Ciara real quick. As I told y'all, I got a video that I'm going to post about her tomorrow. That video is going to be classic. Oh, that's going to be classic commentary from me. That's how it's going to be, man. Listen, I need to get back to commentary. I know I do a lot of news stories. It was time to get back to the commentary. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do about Ciara tomorrow. I'm going to talk about Ciara, Russell Wilson, Lala Anthony, and I'm going to put all of that into a singular focus. Because, shout out to Robert Lee.
One of the reasons I left education. They wanted us teachers to talk to the kids about gender identity.
Oh,
I heard that and I knew I was done.
Wow. Appreciate that, man. That's why I say private schools. Private schools is probably where y'all need to put your kids in. If you can. Get them out of these failed city schools. Get them as far away from these city schools as possible. And get them out of these Democrat cities, man. Look at these Democrat-ran cities. They're in shambles. And then you got people who justify voting for that party who want nothing but crime and just drug addicts. It's crazy out here. But I'm going to say this real quick about Ciara. Ciara's going to break that man's heart. Ciara's going to break that man's heart. I'm talking about Russell Wilson. He's already going to have a tough time in Denver, man. He's going to be playing for a coach that don't want him. Even though he mirrors Drew Brees, but I would say lifestyle. But she's going to break that man's heart. She's going to break that man's heart. And again, when Lala Anthony said that her married friends are miserable, I bet she was probably talking about, in some ways, Ciara. Because Ciara got tired of this whole narrative that the relationship was built around faith and religion. It was built around faith and religion. It was absolutely built around religion and faith. You both were in church praying. Russell Wilson wanted to abstain from relations. It was his idea, remember? Because he wanted to choose a woman that was brought to him by God. And now, look at where we're at. Look at where we're at. The pandemic, I guess, sort of put things in perspective maybe for Ciara, that she needed to get back to who she was. But getting back to who you were is not going to be good for everybody. Y'all remember that video that of Russell surprising her, and she looked really like passively upset. You know, she looked caught off guard. You know, the body language when he was trying to kiss her, and you had all these people telling me, no, it wasn't a lot. It was some of you hardcore Ciara supporters, trying to tell me that video, there was nothing about that video that was bad. Y'all tried to tell me when I posted about that video clip of Russell Wilson meeting up with Ciara, y'all told me that there was nothing to that video. That's what y'all told me. Y'all told me that I didn't see with my own eyes her giving him like best friend energy. He surprised her, you know, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" Yeah, right. She was like, "What are you doing here?" Because she was at some event in Los Angeles. You know, that was for her. That was her time. And she didn't want him impeding on her time. And she just looked completely caught off guard. And I had people telling me I didn't see what I saw. That's why a lot of you people get, you know, a lot of y'all get into very awkward, bad relationships in the first place.
That's our wife, Jaye.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Antonio. That is our wife. Right. A lot of you dudes out here sharing your wife, man. Yes, you are. You're sharing your wife with all of us. And y'all just don't know it yet. But she knows. Right. Shout out to all the married women who's for everybody. Y'all for all of us. You know what I'm saying? For all of us. You dudes out here sharing your wives and don't even know it. Russell out here sharing his wife and he don't even know it. But like I said, I'm gonna go into more detail with Ciara tomorrow. But she just made a complete fool of that guy. And I just want y'all to know that this ain't the minority. There's a lot of these married women in relationships like Ciara that want they want so bad to like be in these streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you dudes, you know, you don't know what to do. I tell you, married men are going to have a tough time. You married men love to talk shit and talk about men being incels and woman haters. Meanwhile, your wife loves those woman haters, loves those men that you love to talk down to, right? Probably has a side dude that really doesn't have and has horrible credit and hasn't had a job in like years. A lot of you married men need to keep your mouth shut talking about people. You're in the same situation Russell Wilson is with his wife, a wife that wants to do her. And a lot of you guys are going to give in and you're going to allow her to do it because because you have no choice. She's just going to leave you anyway. So you submit and you allow her to do what she wants to do. Right? A lot of you dudes out here submitting to your woman. That's why you get on social media and talk shit to men that you don't know. Because you're submitting to your wife. Because you have no choice. You don't know how to go out here and get another woman like her. So you have to do everything you can to keep her. So you submit to her and you do whatever she tells you. Because you want to keep her with you. A lot of you guys, again, you're pathetic. I would never want to trade places with you ever. You know, I would never want to be you. You're a sad excuse for a man. I see a lot of you sad excuse for men. You're out here practically begging your wives to stay with you. That's pathetic. I have absolutely no respect for you. None. And that's why I love being red pilled. Not that, you know, that watered down red pill that y'all are seeing out here. I'm talking about genuinely lifestyle, genuinely philosophy, consistency, not that watered down chasing attention from heifers on social media. Okay? Not that. Okay, I want to interview every woman I see making video. I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Not that water, not none of that. I'm talking about genuineness. Okay, that's what I'm about. That's why I you know I am who I am, and I've been consistent. I don't care what shaming. I've been doing this for 9 years. There's been a lot of shaming. It hasn't bothered me at all because I understand who I am. Do you understand who you are? I know marriage ain't in the cards for me. It just isn't. I'm not interested in signing a contract with a woman that has 1 foot out the door. Like most of these women today have 1 foot out the door. I just don't have time for that. What's good, Severe? I don't have time for that. I don't have time to have 1 foot out the door. Or have her have 1 foot out the door. And I have to sit there and talk her out of stepping completely out the door. There's a lot of Russell Wilsons out here negotiating with your woman. How many of you dudes are out here negotiating with your women? Shout out to DJ.
Your wife got a brew, and you don't even know tears of joy, loudly crying, loudly crying.
Right. Excuse me. Shout out to RJ, a B. Appreciate that, man. Y'all how you spell last name? A B. Shout out to RJ. Make sure y'all like the stream. Sharing is caring, ain't it? When it comes to what's going on out here. So. All right, shout out to everybody. But yeah, man, let me say this to a lot of you guys, man. It's gonna be a tough summer. It's gonna be a tough spring and summer and fall for a lot of you men who are married to these women, man. They out here getting BBLs and they really out here. They're ready to go out here in these streets and compete. You know, for men that don't even want them like that. Do y'all not understand that women are leaving their situations to be with men that don't even want them like that? Just imagine that. Just imagine your wife breaks up with you and then you see her out here trying to get the attention of men that ain't even checking for her like that. That's the road a lot of these women are going because they think they have high value. A lot of you heifers have no value. Like your value is very low. You know why? It's because a lot of y'all have already left your situations and you think that you're just going to hop into another situation that's going to be even better. No, you're going to regress and you're going to get into situations that you don't want to be in. Now, let's get to this Rihanna and ASAP Rocky thing. I know we've all seen the cover of this magazine, of this Hag mag, and to me, I want y'all to understand something, that there's a lot of symbolism in Hollywood. Again, let's get the likes up. We about to get into some real shit. There's a lot of symbolism in Hollywood. You know, I have this great video series on Patreon, right? I call it the Slorification of America. And in the Slorification of America, I talk about what has happened to Western women. I'm still going to do more of those Slorifications of America. There's been a lot of material I haven't gotten to. You literally got heifers walking into establishments with no clothes on. And my next series might be on Tia Mowry because she's the perfect example of what has happened to Western women. You got a lot of Western women who are masculine. You got a lot of Western women who want to lead the household, and they will only date men who allow them to do it. So when I see a lot of you guys, it's a great series. I'm definitely bringing it back. So much material out there. When I see Rihanna and when I see ASAP Rocky and what's going on there, you got to understand that ASAP Rocky's with a woman who is a billionaire, right? A billionaire. And if you want to say metaphorically speaking, financially, he is following her, but it's bigger than that. ASAP was his own man. ASAP was a symbol of I would say a masculine rapper years ago. That was years ago before he went all in on this fashion, but whatever he's doing. But he was a guy that a lot of women liked or attracted to. Maybe they still are. And they see, you look at this cover and you look at how much she is leading him. Because in society today, they want, especially in the black community, they want it to be known that the black women are leading the men and the men are walking behind those women in full support and also are helping to nurture the children, even though men are not nurturers. Men are not nurturers. Let me say it again. Men are not nurturers. It's not normal for a man to nurture a child. It's for the women to nurture the children. Then the man comes into the picture and balance it out. The fathers balance it out. You have the nurturing aspect of the mother. Then you have the disciplinarian leader logic of the father. So when you see stuff like what we see on this Hag Mag, and we see ASAP is holding the child and he's following behind, you look at his posture, you look at her posture, that's how they see the black community. They see the black community as a community where the women lead and the men follow. You see, this is what white women want. A lot of white feminists want that same thing. And to a certain degree, they do have it. A lot of these white men are following behind their women. But see, white men are smart and they leverage it to get what they want while maintaining power in society. You see, they pander to feminists. They pander to social justice warriors who are nothing more than middle-aged or Gen Z white females. A lot of these SJWs or representatives of the alphabet community. So when you look at this cover, this is how they view the black community. The women leading and the men following while holding the child, basically holding the purse. This is how they see black men and black women in America. I say America, all right? A lot of you black women do not understand how good you have it in America. You really think that when you go to different countries, you're going to have as much freedom in those countries as you do here. Now, I will give you this. In Canada, yes. In the UK, yes. In Australia, yes. But when you go to Asia, when you go to the continent of Africa, any country on the continent, right? Even in South America, you're not going to have as much freedom as you do here. Because you still have patriarchal societies, but patriarchy works. You know why? Because it protects the women and the children. But when you have a matriarchy, the children are not getting protected and the women are left defenseless. And that's what you see. You have a community that is defenseless with women there and their children. And and they don't have the protection that the father would provide. And there are women who will happily do this because they say, well, the police will protect me. But what about protecting your kids from the men that you date? The people that you bring around your children. You don't protect your children from them. A lot of these women should not be leading anything. They're horrible supervisors. I've even heard from women who have said that they would prefer a male supervisor over a female supervisor. This whole sisterhood thing is fake. Most of these heifers can't stand each other. They hate each other. Yeah, like look at Woman King. You know what's funny? I was going to do a video on this. I still may do it. Jada Pinkett Smith, right? Jada Pinkett is producing a documentary of African queens, right? I guess it's sort of a play on the Woman King film. They're still trying to push this black woman feminist, narrative. That's why when I spoke about Ciara and feminist music, it is because they're trying to push feminism onto black women even more, especially with this. This is a Netflix documentary. How did this heifer, Jada Pinkett Smith, get a Netflix documentary? First off, and secondly, about black female queens. Who's watching that BS? Who's watching that? Netflix, by the way, has gone completely downhill. I mean, they only have quality television every once in a while now. Just completely But that's a side note. ASAP Rocky looks so submissive in that photo. And that's how they see black men. Look at the Jonathan Majors photos. They were saying that one of the photos was inspired by anime, right? That's the excuse I'm seeing from people trying to defend the photo shoot, because they found out that a black woman was running that magazine, and I believe she's in a relationship or married to a Caucasian man. But whatever. We as black men should not be seeking to lower ourselves to look more feminine than what we are. We are naturally supposed to be men. I'm not saying that you need to be out here, trying to act tough and look tough. Just be a man, period. And all that takes is you taking care of business, taking care of your family, and, just living your life and making sure that you make the best way for the people in your family and being the best, version of yourself. I don't like seeing what is happening to men, especially black men. A lot of you guys have given up. And y'all wonder why these women don't respect you? Because you've given up. Now, the masculinization of Western women, especially in the black community, has been a process that has been going on for quite some time. These women in America are so masculine that they will shame women for other countries for being feminine, for being themselves. It is in their nature to be nurturing, to be feminine. And then you got these goofy, weirdo heifers who sit on TikTok all day critiquing why men don't want them. Your voice is deep. You're not that attractive. You got like 4 or 5 kids out of wedlock. You are mentally unstable. That's why you don't have a man. You can't blame passport bros for why you don't have a man. You don't have a man because you're just unattractive. That's why you don't have a man. There's too many of you heifers who are mentally unstable out here, and you cannot hide it. Y'all have tried to hide your mental health issues for a long time. You can't hide them no more. The internet has exposed you. It has exposed the fact that a lot of y'all are crazy. And that's why the men are leaving this country, because they're tired of dealing with you. And y'all get your really mentally screwed up in the head selves onto social media. You actually record videos and you put it on social media, and you just exposing how you have mental health issues. A lot of you heifers are probably on medication, probably take antidepressants. You're probably functional alcoholics. You might be sniffing cocaine here and there, because I can tell. You're out here functionally using drugs and alcohol And then you hopping on social media to make videos looking disheveled. It's crazy out here. And you wonder why men don't want you. Do y'all not take the time to actually look at the videos before you post them? And because if y'all actually did, you will see how much of a lunatic you look like. Y'all getting on here with bonnets and you're on here looking like you just rolled out of bed and had a thought to make a TikTok video. You look like you ain't been on a date in years. You're not feminine. Nobody wants you. You need to work on yourself instead of worrying about where men are going. We ain't worrying about what you heifers are doing because you heifers have it good here. That's why you ain't going nowhere. Now, you will take frequent trips to Jamaica or some of these other countries for some D, but that's about it. That's about it. Listen, ASAP Rocky probably feels like he, has a good thing going because if he was to break up with her, he could file for primary custody. He could get child support from Rihanna and she would have to pay him a lot of money. Shout out to Divine Photos.
These are the same women that talk down on women from other countries are the same ones that love traveling to those countries SMH.
Yes, they do. Appreciate it, man. Oh, they do. Looking for some D. Y'all getting on here looking nuts. And you wonder why you can't get a man because you're weird. Listen, ASAP, he chose her, he wanted her. But I would say this to ASAP, don't allow yourself to be made into a fool. Because that's what you're looking like, bro. But you can't tell these people what to do. Health was rolling out of bed making content about where men are going. How about you worry about yourself and get your life together? A lot of you healthers you done stop taking your medication. You done stop going to therapy. Continue to go to therapy. Get off TikTok. It is absolutely disgusting to me to see how low a lot of y'all have gotten. And this is supposed to be the greatest country on earth, and it is. It just has a lot of corruption. It has a lot of decay. And it has a lot of mentally unstable people who have trauma, and they've never gotten help for their trauma. So what do? They hop on social media, and they make themselves look bad. And y'all looking bad out here, making videos. Y'all just look and sound horrible. Y'all need some teaching, some straightening. Y'all need some straightening. A lot of y'all are y'all out here, you're out of your minds. You're out of your minds. Why are you criticizing people you don't know when you clearly look like you're losing it? Rihanna, if they were to break up, he could seek primary because maybe she don't think he'd be able to get it from her. But what if they get married? Are they married? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Have they gotten married yet? Because that would she would really be screwed if she ain't signed no prenup, man. But I'm thinking with all her people around her, she'd probably make them try to sign a prenup. All her Rihanna Navy fans will be out here crying on social media, especially if she don't sign one. Listen, ASAP, get that ring. Listen, I support ASAP Rocky seeking a marriage, okay? Because we all know if it don't work, she's going to owe him a lot of money. So ASAP, if you got plans, man, if your plan is to get that bread, I'm not against that. Do you? Love is love, right? If that's your plan, if you're going through all this humiliation rituals in order to be with her and get that ring, I mean, do you, man, if that's your plan, man? Because he done went through a whole lot, man. He had this criminal case that he was dealing with. He's out here looking very suspect with these photo shoots, man. And again, make sure y'all like the stream. It's got to be a plan. There's got to be a plan for ASAP if he's doing this. There's got to be a plan of his. But there's a common thread to everything I've spoken about in this show, man. Look at the identity politics of everything. Right? There's a lot of identity politics. And the thing is, a lot of women have bought into it. Y'all have bought into something that you don't need to buy into. Shout out to Robert Lee again.
I'm neutral on this, but it was cool when all these women on MySpace and now Instagram from 2007 to 2015 were going to Dubai, but regular guys can't travel.
Appreciate that. Yeah, because men are happy. They want to see men miserable. I am convinced that the majority of people want men to be miserable. Like I fully believe that now. I fully believe that they want to see men be as miserable as possible. Right? That's what I believe. And when men are going overseas and they're chronicling their journeys, they're chronicling going, to these different places and how much fun they're having. And these heifers are here stuck in America with some dude who doesn't have good credit, who doesn't own anything. And they're stuck with him and they're angry with him, right? Or you got women who are in marriages, loveless marriages. They ain't getting, what they feel like they need and deserve. And they see men in these other countries who they have told the world were undateable, who were not matches for them, right? In the media, they will go out of their way to try to denigrate men. And now that narrative doesn't work anymore because men are, especially black men, are going out of the country to different countries and they're chronicling everything that they're doing. Yeah, but like with women going to Dubai, like not only were women going to Dubai, they're going to get slurred out. Your favorite Instagram model or your favorite C-level celebrity is getting slurred out in Dubai. And that really became a very big topic, especially over the last, 5, 6, 7 years or so. These women are getting slurred out in these different countries. And then coming back here like ain't nothing happened. Yeah, something happened. You was getting slurred out by one of these rich Arabs or Africans. You see, women in America are so obsessed with competing with men. They don't even understand the things that we go through. See, we have to get ourselves to the point to where women actually think we're attractive, want to be around us. You see, women can go and get BBLs and instantly get a bunch of thirst from men. So, Western women in America are at a stage where, this year, this is make or break time for a lot of you Western women. You see, men are waking up. There's too much information to try to act like, men are naive and they're not going to know how you feel about them. We know how you feel about us. Like, we know. Like, we know we're not as naive as we used to be. That's still, unfortunately, you got a bunch of guys who are like ASAP. They will follow their woman anywhere. There's a reason why this country is going down the drain. It's because they're pandering to women who have never built anything. They don't know anything about building, creating, maintaining. They don't know anything about that. They just enjoy getting titles and feeling like they're important when they're really not. That's why I tell men to keep doing what you're doing. Keep going overseas. Keep pissing these women and these simps off. These simps are mad because they can't afford to travel. Don't let them fool you. They can't afford to travel. They're afraid to get on planes, right? They feel like they got it good here. Having sex with a bunch of extra average women. A lot of you dudes are getting extra average women. Who wants those women? A lot of you guys are only getting the women that these other men don't want. And y'all act like this is the only place in the world where you should go to find a feminine woman. No, don't let them fool you. They want you to believe that. They want you to believe that until they get screwed over. What's the funniest thing that I've heard? I see guys, right, who talk about how men hate women. But they're like, but why are you here, bro?
I find it ironic that women want to be independent and control their men, but they become frustrated with those guys. It's biology.
Appreciate that again, Robert Lee. They want to be independent because they think it's fun. They think they feel like they can have control, but what happens when that control lands you in the single zone? A lot of the problems that we're having in our society is that a lot of us didn't have father figures, or we had dysfunctional mothers. We don't know what love is. We don't know what marriage is because we didn't grow up in 2-parent households. We grew up in single-parent households. We don't know what that is. It takes us a long time to really figure that out. And by then we're jaded. But seeing how everything is, and seeing how the tides are starting to turn, and a lot of you women are going to get left behind. That's why you're trying to play damage control, and you're not even debunking anything. You're just shaming and calling people names as if that's going to stop the exodus, so to speak. Then you got your simps, who probably are living off some woman, driving some woman's car, trying to tell you what you should do with your life. Get your life together. Get off that woman's couch. Go create something for yourself. You're a failure. I don't care how many women you sleep with, you won't get any respect because you're not a boss. You're a hobo. Even the women that you do sleep with don't respect you. That's why they disrespect you, put hands on you, kick you out the house, just treat you like a complete beta. A lot of you guys are not prepared to be men. You give no good advice about manhood at all. I'm seeing a lot of horrible advice. Life is not about getting women. When I started out making YouTube videos, my thought process was never about getting the attention of women. It just happens organically. When you're me, it happens organically. I'm about creating and building something that will last, that will make an impact. Too many of these guys are out here chasing women that don't want them like that. A lot of the black community is ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, minus the billions. Okay, minus the billions. But a lot of the black community is like that, with the man holding the child, walking behind his woman. You know how many times I've seen men out in public with their women, and the woman is walking like 2 steps in front of him, and he's walking behind her like he's her grown son. You know how many times I've seen that? I've seen that too many times, man. I see too many of you men, quote unquote, who are out here following your women. You're not even walking next to her, holding her hand. She's walking in front of you like she's your mother because she don't even want to be around you in public. She's embarrassed by you. But hey, at least she's attracted to you. You just a couch surfing weirdo who you were able to finesse her into to allowing you were able to finesse her into allowing you to live with her. A lot of you guys are a joke. And y'all be the main ones out here trying to defend yourself as talking about women haters. You probably hate women more than I do. The same men out here trying to defend Western women are the same men who've probably put hands on women, who've cheated on women, who've disrespected them, who've had relations with them and then dumped them, disrespected them. But y'all get on here talking about woman haters. You reek of bullshit. All right? Stop getting on here trying to defend women who will never sleep with you. None of these women will sleep. I'm like, when you see these guys going so hard for women, I'm like, bro, she's not going to let you hit. I have a better chance of smashing her than you because I can always talk to her and she'll always answer. But she'll keep you at a distance because she doesn't respect you. A lot of you guys are ASAP Rocky in that photo. A lot of you guys have effeminate energy. All right. A lot of you guys are out here bending and submitting to your women. A lot of you guys be submitting to your women, man. You can't say nothing to me. How the hell you submitting to your woman, but you want to get on here and talk about giving advice or debating men about how we talk about women? You submit to yours. You're sharing your woman with other men. I guarantee you. When you see a grown man talking about, woman bashing and misogyny, any man that talks about misogyny should not be trusted. Any man, ladies, and I know y'all are here listening. If you hear any man talk about misogyny and speaking against women bash, because there was somebody, I got sent a video. I guess somebody made a response to my recent live stream that I made about older women. And, they were talking about how I was speaking to these women and I'm such a woman hater. I'm like, bro, I get a lot of love from women over the years because they understand I'm real and I'm not fake and I'm not just saying things because I want to sleep with them. It's because I'm authentic. I'm an authentic man. I'm an authentic black man. But any man that talks about misogyny and women haters, don't trust that man. He's a clown. He wants to hit it or he wants to wear your clothes. It's either one. He either wants to hit or he wants to wear your clothes. That's what's going on out here. You got a lot of closeted men. You got a lot of these weirdo men. You got a lot of perverted men. You got a lot of these thirsty men out here that are trying to sleep with you. A lot of you women can sense these. I can sense that probably a mile away. So I don't have to tell y'all. That's why y'all be giving them the side hugs or, you be putting them in the friend zone immediately. And when they try to get out the friend zone, you distance yourself because you don't want to give that man any hope. So I see that. And listen, I applaud you. I'm glad you are putting these men in the friend zone where they belong. These are dangerous men. Okay. These are the type of men who are willing to harm a woman for not sleeping with them. So, when I see a lot of y'all put distance between y'all, I say kudos. I'm glad you do it. I'm glad when y'all be out here putting these men in the friend zone, giving them the side hugs and immediately put them in the friend zone, saying that that's your brother. Like he's like a little brother to you. And I know why you're doing it because you can sense that energy and it's making you uncomfortable. I get that and I applaud that. Continue to put these thirsty men in the friend zone.
Simps play the Steve Urkel game for cute chicks.
Right. Salute, man. Appreciate that. Like, women can sense that. They can sense that thirsty energy a mile away, and they be putting you males all in the friend zone while y'all sitting up here talking about misogyny and women hating, women bashing, right? Like, bro, you're not gonna sleep with that woman. You don't have what it takes to sleep with that woman. Not an ounce of what it takes. So what are you talking about? But that's what's going on. It's a lot of fake bullshit going on out here, man. ASAP Rocky looks like the woman in the relationship. And I think that is the I think that's the where this relationship is. It's very weird. That's where it is. Yeah, DJ Envy's wife vacation. I'm planning on doing a video about that as well. I'm not letting DJ Envy off the hook at all. DJ Envy, you are not off the hook. And I'm going to have a video coming for you very soon as well. You may think that you're off the hook. You may think that, people have forgotten. But bro, I'm going to remind people just how much of a submissive husband you are to your woman. Your wife has made you into a submissive husband because what she wants is power. A lot of these women nowadays want power in the marriage. And DJ Envy, you allowed your wife to go on a almost 3-week vacation with her girlfriends, and you okayed it because you no longer have power in that relationship. She does, and she's going to utilize it as much as possible. You so much of a sucker that you couldn't see that. You should have told your wife, listen, if you can't accept what I'm telling you, and if you can't come around, then you can get a divorce. I'll pay you to go away. How about that? But you're not going to sit here and punish me over and over and over for years over one mistake. So what we going to do? I'm not going to allow you to push me around and think that you're going to just do whatever you want to do. And you're going to guilt me, because that's what's going on. He's being guilted because these guys are such suckers. See, that's what happens when you're truly a red pill man. You see through it, right? That's why guys like a DJ Envy wouldn't like me, because I see through him. And I see how much of a submissive husband he is to his wife. I could never. I'm not submitting to none of you heifers. That ain't happening. You will get dropped. I am not going to deal with that. I don't know how you dudes can do it. I just don't. Men are not meant to submit to their wives. What is going on out here? What is going on out here? Like, are you serious? You dudes are out here submitting to your women, and then you want to get online and talk about misogyny. You know how crazy your wife probably screws misogynistic men, because that's what happens. The dudes calling your wife a bitch, checking her, putting her in her place, and you sitting at home telling your wife that she can go on 3-week vacations with her girlfriends, quote unquote. Y'all look crazy. Your wife is for everybody. Listen, any man that lets his wife go on a 3-week vacation with her girlfriends, that's not your wife, bro. Your wife is for all of us. We can get at her. You know what's funny? DJ Envy's wife told him on their podcast, they do a podcast together. And she told him, because he told her that he didn't like the fact that men would talk to her and flirt with her. And his wife told him that she's not going to stop men from flirting with her. That's what she said. She said it's not her job to stop men from flirting with her. This is a married woman telling you to your face that she's going to, because DJ Envy said that she sat down and had a conversation with a guy that owned a restaurant. I think they was at a restaurant, and she was sitting down having a whole conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? I guess in front of his face, right? And I guess the guy was being flirtatious and she did not push back, you know? That's because your wife is sick of you, man, and she don't respect you. You've lost your wife's respect. That's why she can sit there and say that about you.
Jaye, will you submit for $1 billion meal ticket?
No, because my dignity, because listen, ASAP has money. ASAP has money. I appreciate the super chat. But ASAP has money. He doesn't need Rihanna. ASAP Rocky has his own money. He don't need Rihanna. So why would you submit for her money? That's her money. That's not his. He's probably spending more money on her. Something is wrong with these American men, man. Y'all guys are out here. You married men. I told y'all it's gonna be a cold. Well, the winter's about over, but I know the winter's been very cold for a lot of y'all, especially DJ Envy. But man, this is gonna be tough, man. I don't know how y'all gonna be able to maintain your marriages when your wives want to be out here in these streets, man. Your wife want to be out here in these streets, man. Look at Tia Mowry, man. Tia Mowry she wants to be all in these streets, man. She want to get stretched out. She want to get stretched out. That's what it is. A lot of these married women want to get stretched out. Not just by one guy. They want to go out here and experience multiple men. You know, when they never really had that chance to have that phase, man. I mean, if you do, listen, never compromise your dignity, man. It's always going to come back on you. You're never going to be happy when you compromise your dignity. You're going to forever be an unhappy person when you compromise your dignity and who you are, especially for money. You don't want to do that. Salute to everybody that's here. But yeah, ASAP has his own money. He doesn't need her money. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be like that. But yeah, man, it's a red flag, man, if your wife tells you she's not gonna stop men from flirting with her. Like, what kind of response is that? Like, what kind of response is that? Man, that's why I say I could never marry women like this, man. This is women. These are long-term marriages we're talking about here. As far as a guy like a DJ Envy, man. Yeah, you got to have some dignity because that's why you see so many celebrities on drugs. They're on drugs. They're alcoholics because they sold their dignity away. They sold their dignity away, unfortunately. Shout out to Alpha Wiz. What's going on, man? It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat, man. What's going on? Appreciate the support. Yeah, shout out to you, man. But again, I think ASAP got a plan, man. Like I said, I think ASAP got a plan. ASAP, he in this situation, though, he was able to wife up one of the biggest female artists in the world. He was able to snatch her up, to do what, well, I can't say because Rihanna's been with, but he got her. But at what cost? At what cost? You know what I'm saying? I think, you're not gonna see me in no photo shoot walking behind no woman carrying no child. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you are a rapper. I could see if you're just a average everyday guy, right? You know, you're not a celebrity, you're not a rapper, right? You're just a regular guy and you do a photo shoot like that or whatnot. It is what it is, you know. Maybe he's a stay-at-home dad, right? Is ASAP a stay-at-home dad? This guy's a rapper supposed to be selling rap, you know, a rap lifestyle, and it's just like snitching. You know, it don't matter how good of a rapper you is or how street you is, if you snitch, people are going to feel some type of way. Look at what Gunna's going through. Look at what T.I. is going through. Nobody cares about what you did in the streets. Nobody care about how good your music is. If you snitch, you snitch. And that's going to affect your career. Rappers are seen in a different light than others. They are. They're seen in a different light than others. Some people may accept it. I mean, it is what you can listen. You can accept what you want. I just think that it looks buffoonish to me. T.I.'s being called a snitch. That's what he's going through. Like Boosie is calling him, you know, saying, I'm not going to work with you because you a snitch. That's what he's going through. T.I. been going through a lot of shit. I mean, all the allegations and things of that nature. Like, yeah. And T.I.'s been dragged through the mud, you know, regularly, it seems. I never said he was a victim. What I'm saying is, you know, that's not something that I would, you know, would do. I mean, you know, because again, he has an image as a rapper. You know, you're a rapper, not just a regular private citizen. You're a rapper. Huh? You know, your image is everything as a rapper. Your image is everything. Now, fans are going to support his fans are going to support him regardless, right? But you know, it's not just some stay-at-home dad that's doing a photo shoot with his wife. And the thing, I'm not the one to read too much into things, but I mean, if I was to give my honest opinion on something, and that's what I'm doing, I'm giving you my honest opinion. I'm not sugarcoating anything, and I'm not, you know, on the fence about anything. I'm telling you how I feel. I think it was buffoonish. It is what it is. You could feel different. Don't matter to me. But we are in a culture war. And that culture war is getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse. And it's only going to continue to get worse. Because now they're trying to indoctrinate, not only trying to indoctrinate children, but they want to continue to push a narrative that women should not need men. Women will always need men. Always. I just I'm always going to hold men to a different standard, because we all as men should hold each other to a certain standard. That's how you have a functional society. But when men are out here allowing themselves to be pushed, it's like when they have these guys out here wearing dresses, right? A lot of it is completely unnecessary, but it's meant to push a narrative of the cross dressing, right? You know, it goes on a lot in movies and TV shows. A lot of times it's unnecessary, but it is necessary to them and to what they worship and what they believe in. I see you, Bree. But we should hold each other to a high standard, not no low standard, because you know women hold each other to a low standard. We shouldn't, because we're men at the end of the day, and you know, why we want to hold each other to a a low standard. You know. Yes, we should always, you know, say, hey, you know, should expect better. You know? But that's just me. You know, other people may be different, but so what? I'm me, and I think for me. You know, I don't listen to other people and be like, yeah, I agree with that, so I'm gonna copy that. No, because a lot of these guys are not genuine. They don't believe in anything. A lot of them, you got a lot of parrots out here. Everybody parrot the same thing. Don't have no original thoughts. The thoughts ain't never really been original. All right, shout out to everybody that's here. I think that's it for me. I think that's all I had to say. Shout out to everyone, some moderators, channel members. Thank y'all for being here. Um, yeah, this is a multi-topic stream. I meant to do this yesterday, but again, I'm doing it now. And hopefully y'all like the multi-topic live streams. And yeah, I may do more of them. I don't know. But these were, instead of me doing individual streams, I just said, why not just do all of them at once? Just do all of them at once. Tipster. 1-800-tipster. Hey, oh wow, man. Yeah, T.I. going through it, man. They chasing around Gunna. Man, listen. You mess up once as a rap. That's why I say rappers are held to a different standard, unfortunately. They just are. Rappers are held to a different standard. It's just how it is. It's how it's always going to be. All right, people, that's it for me. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all being. Shout out to the donators and everybody that was here in the chat tonight. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can always email me video topics. You can DM me video topics. You can tag me on Twitter. And you know, I really don't be in my Facebook messages like that at all. Like that, you know. But everywhere else, you know, you can send me stuff. All right, people. Y'all take care and have a good night. All right. See y'all next one.